Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the ranking member as well. Ms. Yellen, if you'll look over this way. Yes, we're over here. Thank you. And welcome to the committee.
Thank you.
You have acquitted yourself well today. I'm sure this will be one of many visits that you'll have with us, and I look forward to continuing this relationship. We're in our genesis today, but there's much that we can do together. I want to ask go into two areas. The first has to do with how much of the '08 crisis was cyclical as opposed to structural. Because if you apply cyclical remedies to a structural problem, you don't get the desired results. So have you been able to quantify the amount of it that was cyclical as opposed to structural?
Well, when you say that, we had serious problems in the financial sector of the economy. We are certainly trying to put in place changes that will make the financial system structurally sounder. But the crisis that was resulted from those weaknesses produced a marked downturn in spending in the economy and raised unemployment, lowered employment, and much of that shortfall is cyclical in the sense that it represents a shortfall of our economy producing well below what it's capable of. And we've been trying through our own policies to boost spending in the economy to create jobs and get the economy back to operating closer at its potential, at its capacity.
The theory of expansionary fiscal contraction is one that many of my colleagues have bought into, and it is the notion that if you cut government spending, that will stimulate the private sector and create more jobs, more businesses will come into being. Where do you stand on this theory of expansionary fiscal contraction?
So I think the stance of government in the economy and its role in the economy in the long term influences growth, it influences capital formation. Dealing with budget deficits can have a favorable effect on economic growth in the long run. But in the short run, particularly in a weak economy, when government cuts spending or raises taxes, it almost invariably has the impact of lowering growth and raising unemployment, and I believe that's what's been going on.
Do you think we have reached a point where cutting alone is not going to give us the desired results?
Well, my predecessor, Chairman Bernanke, routinely advised Congress to address long-term budget deficit issues, thought it was critical, as I do, to the long-run well-being and functioning of this economy, but to avoid cuts in spending or increases in taxation that would diminish the ability of the economy to recover. So there are ways of addressing long-term budget deficits that wouldn't weaken the recovery, and I share his view.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.